Well, since I'm still new at this YouTube thing, and we're just trying to share our experiences, travels around Japan, the goal is to, obviously share and also inform of the different activities that you could do. I'll go ahead and post a link to the website down below. And again, I'm new at this. And actually, this is the first time that I am saying it on camera. If you like what you see, please subscribe and hit like. I feel kind of awkward saying that because I've never said that. And all this kind of started with the renovation of our house, our Akiya that we bought in Miwa. And I started realizing that there's a large group of people that are interested in Akiya renovation. I'm definitely not the first, for sure. And I've been watching and learning from many other people, but there's a lot of people interested in knowing the process. And we are doing not 100% DIY, because we do have a carpenter that is doing the work for our house. Interesting story is that his dad actually built our house, and we kind of found him by accident. Word of mouth is how it happens for those that are interested in buying an Akiya or vacant house or kominka. The listings are not very great. Many times you see houses for sale in Japan, or I should say there are houses for sale, but they're not listed. So you just have to know. Sometimes you will see the for sale sign of a house. I'll try to find what the for sale sign looks like, but it's not very obvious for us foreigners. But anyway, so the DIY that we are doing is most of the yard work, outside work, getting rid of the garbage, then or just the leftover stuff, not necessarily garbage. The house wasn't necessarily like dirty, as in nasty dirty. It was just leftover clothes and furniture and their belongings. So the people that lived there before, the old man just pretty much passed away, and the son, in our case, the son was living in Tokyo, and they just don't want to deal with it. And that's very common in Japan. So the family, they just don't want to deal with it. And it's very cheap, especially because it's in the countryside. In our case, we paid about $35,000 for the property. And it comes with about half an acre of land, 2-car garage, a little storage room, a little guest house, large house, lots of fruit trees. And in my particular case, I liked it because it is close to Iwakuni, which is where I currently work. But Iwakuni also has a really nice local airport that will quickly get you to Tokyo, ANA flights. There's also Shinkansen that will take you to, not sure exactly how far it goes, but anyways, it will for sure get you to Hiroshima. And then from Hiroshima, you could get to Tokyo in no time. That airport will also take you to, ANA flights will take you to Okinawa. And for those that are military, such as myself, or retired military, they do have AMC flights that can take you all the way, well, pretty much, Korea and many other places throughout Japan, but also the Patriot Express, which is the flight that will take you all the way to Seattle. Well, it pretty much leaves Seattle, Yokota, Iwakuni, and Okinawa. So for those of us that are fortunate enough to be able to use that privilege, wow, Choco's way over there. She left me already. you can hop on that flight and almost free. The Patriot Express, I'm not sure, I haven't taken it in a long time, but you can I don't know, 10, 20, $30 or something like that. I believe it's twice a week, but in my case, I'm not retired yet, but I plan on being retired in Iwakuni. And which way did she go? Did you go this way? Oh, the bottom one? Going up, okay. Okay, such as my case, I will be able to get on that flight, I think at least Saturday or Sunday, Saturday and Sunday, and fly almost for free all the way back to the States. They also have a military hospital, military installation, which again, in my case, being a retiree, I can take advantage of. And for those folks that do not have retiree status, my apologies, but this is information for those that same status as myself in Choco, so we could still use those benefits. But when the moment comes that I ultimately retire again, so I'm already retired from the military, we just stay in town and pretty much live as a local. Property taxes are really cheap. In my case, I think it's around $500 or less when we pay for property taxes. We'll see how the utilities and whatnot work out. That's pretty much the plan. I'm still relatively young, 51. Probably gonna work for a couple more years and see what happens. Then after that, hopefully we'll do some more traveling. We do get out quite a bit. We empty nesters, so we can do that. These road trips like this. But ultimately, we want to retire for good, travel around Asia, Japan, make it back to Mexico more often to visit my mom, make it back to the States to visit family. Anyway, so again, if there's something that specific that you would like to know or me to cover, just let me know. I'll try my best. And follow along with the house renovations. It's quite extensive, I guess, compared to Japanese standards. Japanese, they don't necessarily like older houses, but our intent is it will be, the inside will be relatively new. Pretty much everything is going to be renovated. I mean, floors, insulation, bathrooms, the guest house as well, wood burning stove, large craft room for Choco upstairs, a guest house outside for guests, obviously. Got the 2-car garage. Has no power, but I'll be adding power to it. That little man cave, I guess I'm gonna call it, the man cave. I'm gonna turn it into like a little workshop, maybe a little woodworking shop, turn some pins or something, who knows. Lots of yard work to do. We also have a little carport, which, because we are extending the kitchen out, or really the pantry, it won't be usable as a carport anymore, but I will make that kind of a outside grilling area. Gosh, so many different ideas that I have that I really want to do for my mental health and physical health too. So, okay. Sorry about the rambling, but I figured I'll share a little bit about ourselves. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching, and please stay tuned for more.